All right, so we are heading onto the track now. We're going the garage's route right now. Race controls on our right here. This is a private hospitality structure right by the finish line.
So you put a DJ up there.
We did. Over the last 2 years, we did what we called the DJ gantry for the grid. And so he had to walk up the gantry and put himself in a position where he could perform up there. So again, somebody who has to be comfortable with heights. And then this is our Turn 1 hospitality product. This is a 3-story structure. Casa Tua, as you mentioned, which is one of our luxury hospitality products, is in this space that can get completely transformed. And then you've got 2 levels of perfect Turn 1 viewing.
How much of this stuff was here a month ago?
All of our big structures go up as quickly as they can because we can't do much building in March because of Miami Open.
Right.
So it's really the structures that go up in January, February. So all of them are there in terms of the outside shell. And then over the next couple weeks, we're now going in with the flooring, the ceiling liners, all the things that make these hospitality structures look like not temporary tent structures, right?
Right. All in the shadow of the stadium here behind us.
Yeah. So now we're at turn 3. We've got the Heineken Silver Veranda on your left.
Yep.
1,700 person hospitality structure. It's double decker.
Okay.
And then it's also, because the track comes back at turn 10 right on the other side.
You've got the back
You've got the back view. So it's a really unique hospitality product in the sense that you've got turn 3 on the front side and then turn 10 on the back end. And then now we're heading into what we call our fountain zone, which is essentially our central hub for fans, given that you've got the big south video board there, and it's also where our podium is.
Yep.
And so this is the space that truly gets transformed after the Miami Open because it does get utilized for Miami Open. Obviously, you've got the center court inside the stadium.
Right.
And then you have...
But additional courts.
Yes, on the outside.
Here on this side.
And so then
all transformed.
All transformed, yeah.
Is it surreal for you to be on the actual track? Do you ever get that moment? I certainly think like the racing speeds that exist. When
it starts getting real, like in the next 2 weeks, driving the track will feel really different because all of the campus will be ready, and you'll start to see what the view that a driver would have driving around here, and that part is really special. I think getting to see the fruits of the labor of the entire team is really something that's extraordinary.
Okay, I can start to see the cruise ship now.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
So why was this location selected for the cruise ship?
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that we really prioritized from building this was the track views, right? And you'll see it when we get up there. But this turn 4, we're driving turn 5 now. It was really awesome to be able to say, okay, how high can we go? That way you can see turns 4, 5 into 6, 7, 8, and then into 9. We actually did a lot of site studies early on. We put a boom lift out in this parking lot during the Dolphin season, and then we went up and said, okay, where should we position this for the best track views? And so we kept moving the boom lift to figure out, okay, where's the opportunity? Because obviously, you don't really see it until it's built.
Yeah.
So you have to makeshift your height and your location.
This is absolutely crazy, the underpinnings of this.
So we call this the underworld.
Yeah, it looks like the underworld.
Because you've got an entire operation in the underworld of back of house elements that normally we're not able to do, but because this is already 12 feet off the ground, we were able to create an entire underworld. We even have our kitchen containers here. You're cooking here, and then you use the service steps and the service lift that you actually don't see from here. So they'll be servicing this structure from underneath.
Okay.
And you have all functions, so you never see the ugliness of producing a hospitality product.
It's all behind the scenes.
All behind the scenes, yeah. All right, so we are taking you up to our MSC Yacht Club. You see some of the branding coming up.
We're ascending the cruise ship.
We are ascending the cruise ship, that's right. It's massive, just wait. We'll take you to the front deck first. So Bagatelle is the food and restaurant partner, food and beverage partner that came on board to help curate this experience. They are going to be doing the Bagatelle way that people know around the world.
Oh my goodness.
So you've got your first pool dock over here. So while it still looks like a work in progress, you've got to imagine DJs over there, a bunch of lounge chairs over here, umbrellas. So Jason, on race weekend, you might could be laying here taking in the track views, but with an opportunity to jump in the pool on a hot
We're
hot
about
Miami
to
summer.
set sail, it feels like.
Yeah, exactly. So all fans and guests in this hospitality product will be able to enter through here and get the entire food and beverage experience that Bagatelle is going to offer, and all of the stations.
Oh, look at the views, the track views.
So you can already start to see why it was so important to get as close as we can to that turn 4 and 5.
Right.
And then when you're over here, you see how close we are to the track.
Absolutely.
And the interior of that inner marina here with turning 6, 7, and 8. Cool, right?
Incredible. And that's not cool, it's incredible. It's actually jaw-dropping.
Yeah, this doesn't have any railings on it, so we're not going to go on it yet, but you can start to see the making of the tiers.
Tier
and so
seating,
guests will be able to come here, have a tiered seat so they can have an actual seat facing the track, which is important, which is when we were exploring about, okay, do we bring in just a massive super yacht?
Right.
We wouldn't have had the opportunity to curate this dedicated seating, so that's where it became important that we had to actually just build it ourselves.
Are these assigned seats, or are they?
Yep, they're ticketed. We're just going to keep going up.
Yeah, apparently.
We're just going to keep going higher.
We'll eventually get to the crow's nest.
Yeah. We call it the captain's deck. It has a name. But you can start to see again, as we get higher, the views keep getting better. And here you can already see the back end all the way actually over to where those gondolas end.
And Miami in the distance.
And Miami in the distance, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, this is very quickly become my favorite view and my favorite experience. So what you can start to see is the interior of the inner marina, and in the past, this is where we had the yachts with the fake water.
Right.
And so one of the key parts for us this year was all around how we open up that space for the fans, so that they're, it used to be a ticketed product.
Yeah.
This is what we're going to call a Lighthouse Lounge, which is a restaurant program that all the fans can enter. It's open to everybody. The yachts, you can already see the dock where the yachts would go. Yes. So that's happening. And then this just becomes a massive viewing deck for fans from all over the campus.
What a view this will be, because you'll have that, what we now know as iconic Miami, with all of the yachts there. This is filled in with blue, right?
Yep.
That's the marina.
Yes.
I've never seen it without water in it before.
I know, the water comes after we get this whole thing built.
Wow.
So then now we're on what we call the captain's deck. You can see the tops of the start-finish grandstand and race control, which is where we started today. Right. And I mean, the views just keep going better. Like, you're almost into turn 10 at that point over there at the back end. So we'll have a video board that goes right there. You can see the structures getting built right now. So all the fans seated here will have a video board already to face the track and see the rest of the track racing that's happening. And then you've got a little bit of a nice oversight in terms of what we call the promenade, which is one of our fan zones, and the Fountains campus.
And this stretches all the way back, so there's the opportunity to go all the way back to catch the view on that side as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
What is this right here?
This will have an interior bar
for
what we call this captain's deck experience.
More TVs.
More TVs, and this is lounge seating here.
Incredible.
And it keeps getting higher. So yeah, and then you've got this entire back of the boat here that has all the furniture that you can hang out here and see everything, and then you see that you're literally butting almost to the track.
That's the edge of the farthest point of the track, right?
Correct.
Yeah, unbelievable.
So we're almost there. You can start to see everything coming together. There's still a lot of work that needs to happen over the next couple.
Did you name the boat?
It's called the MSC Yacht Club. So that's the name, but we need to come up with another secret name. No, so it's been a fun project to build.
So we're how high up here?
We're about 50 to 55 feet in the air right now, which is one of the tallest structures we've got. Yeah.
Well, you're almost in line with the start of the upper deck of the stadium, right?
Yeah.
From a visual standpoint, anyway, you're
like
pretty close. Yeah.
Looks like it. Yeah.
Wow.
It's going to be an awesome race week experience. We cannot wait
for
fans
the tour.
to start to experience it. Thank
Congratulations.
you.
Thank you, Kathy.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.